guys, we are back for another Dokkan battle video. So, tonight, LR, Vegeta, and Trunks drop on Global Dokkan. At the moment, I still think that this is the strongest unit in the game. This character came out in June of this year on JP, and I think they've held strong as #1. The thing that makes this character so crazy is it's a very simple and potent combination. This character guards and stacks, right? So when you combo that, you're going to create really, really powerful characters. Carnival Goku is really good too, because he could do that, but he could also revive. In my experience, I have found Vegeta and Trunks to be like a stronger version of Carnival Goku. This is a character that just gets massive amounts of damage, defense, ki. They have one of the strongest active skills in the game as well, which gives them the very strong ability to do guaranteed crits for the rotation, gives them guaranteed crits for the turn, but then it also gives allies 20% defense for the turn, which can just be massive, right? Shoring up. I mean, this character is double-digit tanking, you know, most of these big bosses, surviving and stuff like that. But then they're able to really help out other characters who are not really as strong as them and as capable of surviving these big attacks as they are. I just think that this character is ridiculous, obscene, very powerful. The one thing you do want to be, you know, sort of keep in mind is that they guard for the first 5 turns if there's another bond of parent and child category ally attacking in the same turn. Basically, if their intro activates. This category, this is bond of parent and child right here. I mean, look at this. It's obscene, right? Every Goku, every Gohan, most Vegetas, most Trunkses. So it's like, it's not hard to activate that. But Vegeta and Trunks are only guarding in slot 1 besides the first 5 turns with their intro, right? So I don't know how fast their fall off is going to happen. Certainly, they will not be the best unit in the game after the anniversary. There's no way. And I think there's a good chance that Beast Gohan could just, on release, be #1 overall. I think there's a very, very high chance of that, right? But this character should still be very powerful, being a strong defensive juggernaut that they are. So let's hop in. We'll start with the Red Zone stage. Again, the thing about their team is... let's actually play their intro. The thing about their team is you could just do whatever you want. Like, bond of parent and child is so ridiculous, and their other leader skill is future. They're just so powerful, and you just have so many freaking options, man. So many options available to you.
TRUNKS この先を見ろ。まだ見ぬ敵よ。宇宙最強。お前が誇り高きサイヤ人の血を引く者ならば、俺の息子ならば、誰にも負けることは許さん。俺超えてみせます。目の前の敵もトンさんも。トランクス、お前は赤ん坊の頃から一度も抱いてやったことがなかったな。泣かせてくれ。
なんだよパパ、やめてよ、恥ずかしいよ。
元気でな、トランクス。
Alright, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So there's Vegeta and Trunks' intro. One thing that's really awesome about Vegeta and Trunks, I think their animations look really good. Like, you could tell that they're a Dokkan Fest LR, I think, when you see their animations. So, going over the important points to them, they get 2 key, 140% attack and defense at the start of turn. They have a guaranteed additional that has a medium chance of being a super. Then they get key, defense, and crit chance with every attack received, up to a maximum of 5 key, 75% defense, and 35% chance to crit. And then this last point is very important right here. They get 70% attack and defense as a start of turn attack and defense, 70%, that locks in once the turn begins. So we'll keep them in slot 1. We'll just go ahead and hit this right here, right? So let's go ahead and take a look at what we're looking at. So their defense is 234. Their defense is actually higher than this. When the turn starts and they're in slot 1, again, they get the additional 70% attack and defense. Now, it is start of turn defense, so it's not 70% defense from right here. It's, you know, but like the way it's done is weird, but their defensive stat is higher than the number that we see right here. That's a very important thing you want to keep in mind with this character. All right, so let's just go. Oh, their Link set, by the way. Link set is Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Royal Lineage, Dismal Future, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, Legendary Power. If you are a Majin Vegeta fan, remember that this unit single-handedly transforms Majin Vegeta into one of the strongest characters in the game, because Majin Vegeta needs the Trunks to be really impressive, and guess what? He sure does have that. So, Vegeta and Trunks, they're just going to get stronger as they get hit. Their 18 key super attack effect, they stack attack and defense, so they're building up their defense, and then they're stacking up their attack as well, so that the deeper into the fight we go, the stronger the Father-Son Gallic Gun becomes. It could be just a missile launcher. They do not do as much damage as, like, Pan with their active skill, but no one does, right? But, like, it could be very powerful. It's just, this is just a really strong character, right? They could do a lot of damage. You know, we can get good luck with additionals. Okay, Bardock, this physical Bardock is really good. Just as long as this first attack aimed at him is not the super attack, we are completely fine. Okay, we're good. We're totally fine. Genetic and Super is going to do nothing to that Bardock. Oh, well, I'm already blabbering away. So, yeah, I mean, I feel like for the most part, like, I've explained pretty much what this character does, right? Like, all the strengths and stuff like that, of this LR Vegeta and Trunks. It's just that they're a unit. Like, the enemy is not going to kill this character to cause you to lose, the Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, if you're losing, it has nothing to do with Vegeta and Trunks. It's other units getting hit is essentially how it's going to be, right? Just a ridiculously busted character overall. Again, their team is just absurd. The amount of, like, really powerful characters you have access to, right? Like, you can build it pretty much any way you want to. Vegeta and Trunks, they had the strongest team before the world... well, I probably would have said Vegeta and Trunks had the strongest team up until Kid Goku came. I think when Kid Goku and Android 8 came out, that's when Movie Heroes surpassed Bond of Parent and Child. And then Movie Heroes then got the Gammas, dude, on top of that. Like, it's just insane. But I think Bond of Parent and Child is probably number 2 behind Movie Heroes. I think Pure Saiyan's up there, of course. Goku Family's up there, right? Like very obvious categories are up there as well, with some of the strongest teams in the game. But Bond and Parent and Child, it's just so good. Like, all the major characters you're going to want to use, right? It's something where it's like, if you decide to summon for Vegeta and Trunks, right? Like, you're getting, like, a team, like, you're building a team that is going to allow you to consistently get top-tier buffs added to it, which is going to be, you know, really, really fun, I think. So, I don't know. I mean, let me know what you guys think of Vegeta and Trunks. At the moment, I definitely think they're still number 1. Their defense, their damage, their active skill, it's just all too much. Like, they're just too strong, I think, at this point. Carnival Goku is very good, but he's not as defensively strong as Vegeta and Trunks. And to me, that's what kind of gives... I think Vegeta and Trunks, I put them above, whatchamacallit, Carnival Goku, because they're just so much stronger defensively. I mean, they've got the built-in additionals, which Carnival Goku doesn't have. I have had Carnival Goku win me so very many fights with his revive. So it's like, Carnival Goku's in the discussion. Right now, I think if we're talking about best character in the game, I think it's only a 3-character race, I think. Vegeta and Trunks, Carnival Goku, Final Form Cooler. Maybe you can kind of start to talk about Gamma 1, but I don't know that Gamma 1 is not Vegeta and Trunks level. Or I don't think he's quite there, right? Final Form Cooler is, I do think he does deserve mention in, like, the race for best character in the game. I see a lot of people try and downplay Final Form Cooler, and I just think it's very funny. Like, it's like, no, like, he is not a glass cannon. I mean, he certainly could be after the 8th anniversary. We never know, but I would not refer to Cooler as a glass cannon, no way. Okay, so, we're up to 371k defense here, huh? So, this is the combo, too. So, Global, at the exact second I'm recording this, in Majin Vegeta is like a good unit, but he's not crazy. This is where he becomes crazy. This rotation is just so insane, because if you're below, what is it? It's 88% HP for Majin Vegeta to create in orbs? Yeah, 88% HP. You're below 88% HP, the dude creates in orbs. So, it's just like you're infinite healing, like, every turn. Because Vegeta and Trunks stack. So every turn, their defense gets higher, and you're just giving more and more healing. Like, it's insane. Majin Vegeta and Trunks are... It's like, to me, it does feel like one of the strongest rotations in the game. Because it's like, if you get below, like, that 80% HP level, like, you are just continually chain healing. Now, we do still need to build up. Remember, they have to get hit, 5 times? Yeah, they get hit 5 times to fully build up, and then also begin stacking up. But it's like you're gonna see like these million damage super attack bosses are just not really able to penetrate this character, right? It's like, you know, we took a little bit of damage, but then we're just gonna heal it all right back up with Majin and Vegeta creating in orbs for Vegeta and Trunks, right? It just gets very obscene. And then Majin and Vegeta, we know how tanky and how powerful he can be as well. So, I mean, Vegeta and Trunks, they're just stacking. They're getting stronger and stronger and stronger. Majin and Vegeta is healing, right? And it's like the team is just so strong top to bottom that it's like my floaters are like God Goku and like the LR gods and stuff like that, right? Like, it's crazy. Like, it's very fun. This, to me, is definitely a Dokkan Fest LR worthy character. I've seen a lot of people say that they're not really as hype compared to other Dokkan Fest LRs, which are like, sure, but... I think that they nailed it, right? Like, I was, like, when I very first saw that it was Vegeta and Trunks, I was a bit disappointed because I felt like, you know, oh, like, Vegito. It looked like it was going to be Vegito. But it was Vegeta and Trunks. But I think they did a really deserving LR for this character. Very, very powerful, very strong. All right, so we're just kind of dominating. I mean, there's not really a way we could, like, lose, I don't think, like, what is Janemba gonna do? There's nothing. There's nothing he can do. Like, he can't beat us. Like, this team cannot lose. Like, this is the thing. Like, you know, I evaluate characters, how strong they are and how strong their teams are, by how well the team performs, like, without items. Because, to me, it's like, I see that Dokkan is limiting items in a way to make the events more difficult. So, you know, these, like, no-item type strategies, I feel like, are more important because it's preparing you for these events that are limiting your items as a way to make it tougher anyway, right? But I look at it, and it's like characters that don't need items, this extra crutch, are better than the characters who do. Thus, I think defensive characters are better than offensive characters, right? Because defensive characters often need less items than offensive characters. So, it's just Vegeta and Trunks are crazy, and I don't see them just all of a sudden magically not being crazy, right? Like, anytime soon. I feel like they're going to be super strong for definitely quite a while. You know, I'm not saying, in December, I think they could be replaced. Beast Gohan. Beast Gohan drops, I will be, like, you look at Legends, like, you know, Beast Gohan is, like, dunking on, like, the Legends Festival huge celebration, like, legendary finish character they dropped, right? Like, I feel like Dokkan is probably going to do a similar thing, where Beast Gohan is going to be exceptionally, unusually powerful compared to what we're used to. I really think we're going to see that. So, Vegeta and Trunks, their days might be numbered as the best unit in the game, but they're still going to be very good even afterwards. And don't forget, Beast Gohan will be on their team. Keep that in mind. I don't know if Vegeta and Trunks will be on Beast Gohan's team, but Beast Gohan is going to be on their team. I think they potentially could work fairly well with Beast Gohan too, right? Things like Saiyan Warrior Race, Prepare for Battle, Fierce Battle, they'll probably have. I don't think Beast Gohan will be a Super Saiyan character. He's not going to have Super Saiyan, you know, obviously like Royal Lineage, Dismal Future. I don't think Beast Gohan will be an LR as well. So they could share 3 links with him. That's something that I think does matter beginning, like, right now, by the way, is, like, how good might a character be with Beast Gohan? Because he's going to drop, and I think he's going to be number 1. So that does matter. I don't care about giving Majin Vegeta orbs right here. Let's give the gods as much, like, key and stuff as possible. Because the gods could sell for us and they could get killed if Janemba supers them. I think, do the gods live if they, like, triple super but Janemba connects? I think so. I think if the gods like triple super, they should live. I mean, this is such a like a red zone type moment though, where it's like, yep, we're unwinnable, and then it's like the gods get killed, right? Oh, Vegeta and Trunks, by the way, so they stack attack and defense on their 18 key. Oh, beautiful, yeah, super them. Yeah, see how that works out. So they stack, yeah, adorable, dude. Nice. So they stack attack and defense on their 18 key, Vegeta and Trunks, and they get 30% attack and defense for the turn from their 12 key. It really becomes, like, they're getting hundreds of thousands of defense per additional super, though, for the turn, though, right? Like, we see them easily tanking Janemba, you know, for double digits, and it's like, yeah, one of the reasons is they're stacking and stuff like that. I feel like we already have kind of, like, shown why this character is so busted, right? Like, I almost feel content at this point. I definitely want to get the father-son Gallic Gun animation in the video here, and then I think I'm content to finish. Again, this is what this character does. You run them in slot 1, they can't be touched. That's just how it goes. This character can survive Cell Max super attacks, right? Like, they're ridiculous. And this character, like, them surviving Cell Max super attacks is not because they're int, because they guard. Guarding is one of the strongest things characters can do these days. Now, their active skill, there's 2 separate conditions they have for their active skill. I do love when Dokkan is doing this. I think these are very good. DBZ Bardock has the same type of active skill condition. I think is again, very good. So number 1 is if we have a full Future Saga rotation, Vegeta and Trunks can do their active skill any turn starting from turn 3, which is really good. Really good. And then the secondary condition is if we're under 50% HP and it's turn 5 or later, they could do their active skill. I think that condition is really, really good. Enabling you to sort of like have the chance, like the ability to get it like that with multiple conditions, again, is super, super strong and good. Oh, whoops, with a little bit of a cord issue here. I was just blabbering away with no cord issues, and now here we go. Uh-oh. Alright, I guess I'll cut and we'll come back, since this might take a second, I guess. Whoops. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how this rotation goes for us. We should be okay. I guess this is a turn. We could die here if the first super attack is... the first attack that hits Bardock is a super. That's the only way we could die in this rotation, I think. I think Majin Vegeta would live. Even without the 6 orbs, we do still have his intro up, so we should be okay. Majin Vegeta, again, remember, is very, very tanky. It's just that he will completely get incinerated if, like, he doesn't have his intro and he doesn't get his 6 orbs, right? But he does work pretty good. And this is what Vegeta and Trunks do, by the way, right? They've got built-in crits, they're guarding, they're stacking, they're getting stronger as the fight goes on. It's just really, really ridiculous. So, okay. I guess I feel like we've seen enough at this point. Let me just get their active skill. We could just hop into any old... Oh, okay. We should live. This should be a live. Oh, but... Yeah, again, that's a character like Majin Vegeta. He's here to do one thing, that's defend. I gave him full dodge, right? All the morons who said, I don't know what I'm doing because I gave him dodge, well, I think we probably would have lived. We probably would have lived. Probably. Majin Vegeta right there. But that's it, man. It's, never get scared to give your characters full dodge, because the way they're designing these bosses right now, it is very, very helpful. Right? Like, Majin Vegeta doing extra damage would not have changed this fight in any way. If Majin Vegeta had full crits, full additionals, nothing like that would have mattered at all. All that mattered was that he dodged super attack. That's what mattered, right? So definitely keep that in mind. Alright, so I guess I'll just let this turn play out. No reason not to. And then after this, we'll get the father-son Gallic Gun active skill animation, which I love. And again, the father-son Gallic Gun, it's something... It can carry you through incredibly difficult fights. The defensive buff and the damage that they do is just so crazy, right? And again, remember, they are a character that stacks their attack leading up to the active skill, which means it's just going to hit harder and harder and harder the deeper into the fight you go, right? One of those type of abilities. They're not hitting as hard as Pan, again, but no character hits as hard as... Like, Pan has the hardest hitting, like, attack in the game, I think, right? Like, I don't know that there's any other character, like, one attack that does more damage than Pan's active skill. I think that's like the Pan is literally modern day Blue Kaioken Goku. That is 100,000,000,000% what Pan is. I love that. That is so crazy. Like, she really is, right? Like, she's just modern day Blue Kaioken Goku. Pan and Super Saiyan 4 Goku doing their Kamehameha, that's essentially Blue Kaioken Goku from a couple of years ago doing that Spirit Bomb. It's the same thing, right? Alright, so there's Janemba finished off. Just an effortless win, right? Like, I'm just sort of, like, clowning around, explaining Vegeta and Trunks more so than actually even, like, trying or sweating, right? Like, this is what happens with Vegeta and Trunks, right? It goes like this in any fight, right? You effortlessly win against Cell Max, against Omega, against the Metal Cooler Core, against Broly. It doesn't matter. Like, Vegeta and Trunks, their strength carries over across every single event. So, let's just get the active skill, and we can finish up. Alright guys, so here we are. Alright, just turn 3. You can use the active skill if you have a full Future Saga rotation. Future definitely did get some nice buffs during the Tianabata celebration, right? So Global is going to slowly get a lot of these things, right? Like Fusion Zamasu, STR Rose Goku Black ZZA, Tech Vegito Blue ZZA, right? Like, these characters will slowly come to Global. So, let me know what you guys think of the Future team, of the Bond and Parent and Child team, of Vegeta and Trunks. I do think they're still #1. We'll see for how long that'll last. Beast Gohan, I think, will overtake them. Thanks, guys, for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.
俺は諦めない絶対にこの通りだトランクス俺の力よこの世界の人間の盾になれみんなの願いをこの一撃に込めるサイヤ人人間の底力は侮るなよ食らえギャリンクホートランクスやったな